Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do something that I've been thinking about doing for some time and been going back and forth about whether or not I should actually do it. But for the sake of being real and transparent, I'm going to reveal my current net worth at this point in time and show you all how it is broken down. I'm currently 33 years old and first crossed the milestone of being a debt-free net worth millionaire by the time I was 31 years old. And although I know money can be a taboo subject for a lot of people, I do think it's important to enable more dialogue about money and normalize talking about it. It's so odd to me that the thing that is the lifeblood and driving force behind allowing you to being able to do anything and everything you ever wanted or need in life is also something so many people don't like talking about. But I also think people fear what they don't understand, and the only way to understand something better and stop fearing it is to talk about it and learn more about it. Before I go ahead and break it all down, I do want to address a few housekeeping items. First, these numbers I will be sharing include accounts for both my wife and I. We share everything. Same bed, same bank accounts. A study from Cornell University in 2022 revealed that couples who combine their finances actually have a greater likelihood of finding success in their relationships. I don't ever view money in my house of what's mine versus what's yours. We came into the marriage together with nothing but each other's debt. Our money is all ours, and we both worked very hard, made a lot of sacrifices, and delayed a lot of gratification both individually and together to build our little empire and continue building it. Also, these numbers do fluctuate a good amount based on the volatility of the market, but what I'm sharing here today is based on current market valuations as of the date of me posting this video. Secondly, I'm not posting any of this to boast or brag. Like, that is not at all my intention. I don't care at all about impressing anybody, and I'm really not a flashy guy. It's very hard to build wealth and be flashy about your money unless you're making athlete or movie star money. Morgan Housel stated it perfectly in the book The Psychology of Money when he said, "Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. And saving is the gap between your ego and your income." I actually look homeless when I'm out in the world the majority of the time.
How about a sausage McMuffin with hash browns?
You got a deal.
And I value financial freedom far more than what anyone ever thinks about me. I recognize there are many people with far less money than I have, and that there are also people with far more. Everyone is on their own path at a different point in their journey. I just have personally been inspired and learned an incredible amount from people wealthier and more successful than me who are also transparent about their money and their life. And hopefully my videos can help do the same for some of you, or at the very least provide some entertainment value.
Are you not entertained?
Lastly, I'm doing this to have a platform to share my net worth journey and progress to help keep myself on the straight and narrow, and also have some fun while doing it. My net worth is something I've been closely tracking to myself for the past few years, but now I can share updates every now and then in real time with you all. And lastly, I just wanted to say that my net worth was literally built by blood, sweat, and tears. There is no substitute for hard work, hustle, and creating and chasing opportunities. The truth is, I didn't have some big inheritance or lucky lottery scratch off that has a 1 in a million odds of winning.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
And I also wasn't super early in Bitcoin or ETH or have a lucky trade on the GameStop short squeeze in 2021. I'm really not a huge risk taker and have used the biggest wealth building tool we all have available to us, which is our income. My wife and I focused on growing our income while simultaneously not inflating our lifestyle and saving and investing the difference. And we did that consistently year over year over year. And the data shows that this is typically true for the majority of millionaires. And if you want to dig deeper into that data, I highly suggest you read the book, The Millionaire Next Door, which rocked my whole perspective on money and millionaires when I first read it many years ago. All right, now let's dive into it in no particular order. And we're going to start with tax deferred and tax free accounts. So up first are 401k accounts, and in total, there is $338,000 in 401ks. We've been contributing to 401k accounts since our early 20s and maxing out our contributions for several years now. I personally love 401ks because they reduce your taxable income, and many employers actually also offer a matching contribution, which is absolutely free money that you don't want to leave out on the table. The only downside is investment options in 401ks can be pretty limited. But look for some of the low-cost index funds and try to avoid actively managed mutual funds that are very prevalent in 401ks. Next up, we have Roth IRAs, which total $115,000. Roth IRAs have an income limit in which you cannot contribute directly to a Roth IRA if your adjusted gross income on your tax return is above that threshold. Since our income is above this threshold, we've still been maxing out our Roth IRAs utilizing something called the backdoor Roth IRA and mega backdoor Roth IRA. I'm not going to dive deeper into that strategy in this video. If that's something you want to see at a later time, just let me know in the comments. Roth IRAs are a very powerful tool in your portfolio because your investment gains grow tax-free, you can withdraw your contributions at any time, and there are no required minimum distributions. Although you can withdraw your contributions at any time, these are very precious dollars since they are tax-free, so you should avoid doing so as much as you can help it. And my last tax-advantaged account in the portfolio is a health savings account, or HSA, with a total of $17,000. As long as you have a high deductible health insurance plan, you are eligible to open and contribute to an HSA. There is a bit of a lower contribution limit for HSAs, but they do reduce your taxable income and the investments grow tax-free. There is no tax or penalty to withdraw from an HSA if you pay for a medical expense. But once you reach age 65, you can pull the money out tax and penalty-free for any purpose. And that's the reason I plan to let this account continue to grow and compound and not use my HSA for any out-of-pocket medical expenses. Alright, so now let's pivot to the taxable accounts. And these contain mostly stock and bond investments and also an allocation to crypto. And when I say crypto, I really just mean Bitcoin, whose use case as hard money with no counterparty risk is becoming more and more attractive the more the fiat system devalues our dollars and causes banks to collapse. It also contains approximately 12 months of expenses in cash, which is something I like to maintain at all times. The grand total across the board here is $297,000. There is no tax advantage to these dollars, so that means all dividends, interest, and capital gains earned in these accounts are taxed. All right, that's a wrap on what I'll call my liquid net worth, which totals $767,000. Now we can get into real estate. So we've been landlords and bought and sold properties over the years, but at the moment we just have our primary residence, which we bought in 2015 for $292,000. It was the ugly duckling of the block and was the absolute epitome of a fixer-upper. But I saw the potential and vision for what it could be and knew it was in a desirable neighborhood. And so I decided to go for it. I did the majority of the renovations myself over the span of 3 years and in total sunk just about $100,000 into the house. And now the home has since more than doubled in value and we can conservatively say we have $650,000 in home equity. I would be very interested in buying more real estate as income properties, but that's a bit challenging right now with mortgage rates are extremely high, home valuations are extremely high, so it is very hard to find properties that would cash flow really well, which just basically means there's a nice enough spread between what can you rent the property for and what will your carrying cost be in order for it to make it worth your time. And that's the entire portfolio reveal, which brings the total net worth to $1,417,000 as of today. And if you include things like personal property such as vehicles, then it's really closer to $1.5 million, but I typically like to exclude depreciating assets from my net worth. And overall, my goal here is to double the net worth to $3 million over the next 5 years. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments below, and I can do a progress video later in the year and continue to take you all along for the ride on this journey. Also, feel free to ask me anything in the comments, and I'll try and respond as soon as possible. As always, stay hungry, and I'll see you guys in the next video.